Let's go in with sugar.
Right, I still have a problem with sugar. I'm pretty good at everything else, not great with sugar.
So Robert Lustig, Dr. Robert Lustig,
Love him.
Yeah, he is. He's the god of sugar. So I'm going to read this for you slowly.
Okay.
Because we need this to really hit home. So
Okay.
fructose. So this is the sugar that we don't need. So by the way, we have absolutely no requirement in our body for all the extra sugar that we take at all. Glucose, we need a little bit to run our brain and all the rest of it. We have a teaspoon of that running through our blood. We don't need any of the extra stuff. All it's doing, zero. It's overloading our liver. So fructose shuts down mitochondrial function, and it is a mitochondrial toxin. So mitochondria are these little organelles that are in our cells that give us our energy. They are literally our life force. If you have cancer, your mitochondrial function isn't great. If you have something like diabetes, your mitochondrial function isn't great. If you've got any of these chronic diseases, it's basically down to mitochondrial function. So anything you can do to boost these little puppies, you really want to. Now, Robert, I've become quite friendly with him now over the years through various meetings and stuff. He used to look after a clinic of children. He has seen children who have this thing called fatty liver disease. I mean, my blood glucose level is 4.7. It's fasting, it's very low. He has children, he's seen children in his clinic that it's registering over 100. Their livers it's like they have been drinking alcohol. So here we've got this, and I'm not going here, sugar gives you cancer.
Right.
As we can see from everything we know about the body, it's systems, it's pathways, it's little things that clink along and then
so what should we do?
We have to take sugar seriously. We should not be consuming more than 25 grams of sugar a day, he says.
If I eat the fruit bowl, is that bad for me?
Fruit bowl is good. So fruit is fine.
Can I eat as much fruit as I want?
Well, no, because there is sugar in it.
Right.
But what you've got with the fruit is you've got the fibre and you've got the cellulose, and it's reducing that spike.
Fibre is your friend.
So fibre is your friend, and we should all be eating way much more fibre. Also really good for colorectal cancer and colon cancers, having more fibre in our diets. We just have to be more serious about sugar. I am deathly serious with sugar with my children. I am pain in the mama, because I'm like, look on the back and tell me how much sugar's in it. And I say, how much have you had today? And I get them to tell me how much sugar they've had, and then I go, no, you're over. You can't have this today.
Okay, I need to break this down, because it's quite obvious these people just don't get it. They don't understand how this works, because half of what they were saying was right and the other half was just complete and utter shite, to be honest with you. So first point, when she mentions that the body needs zero sugar, she's absolutely correct. We do not need any sugar coming from external sources, guys. That means carbohydrates, okay, fruits. We don't need any extra sugar coming into the body, okay, not 1 gram. Your body can produce all the glucose it needs. Next point she mentions a lot about chronic disease. Diseases such as obesity, diabetes, fatty liver diseases, how these are going up on a regular basis, how sugar actually impacts to these diseases. Too much sugar in the blood is actually going to impact these problems. Now, I'm saying this to you guys on a regular basis, but only half of you are actually listening to me. So again, on this point, she's also correct. Now, this is where it goes downhill from here. So now she's mentioning that we need 25 grams of sugar a day. Okay, just bear that in mind. This is going to come from fruits. Now go back to the very beginning and bear this in mind. She said at the very beginning, our bodies require zero amount of sugar. Okay, zero. Go back to the start and you'll actually hear this yourself. So can you see the hypocrisy here? They're telling us that we can have sugar from fruits, but when it comes to overall sugar, our bodies require no sugar. And this is where the confusion is. Now bear with me because I need to keep going. The fourth point. Now she's saying that we can eat fruits as long as we have fibre on it. Now guys, I need you to understand this, okay, because this is where the confusion is. People are not explaining this to you guys. Sugar is sugar and it's going to impact the body the exact same way. That doesn't matter whether you guys are eating complex carbohydrates or simple carbohydrates. Now when we look at complex carbohydrates like your oats and your sweet potatoes and your rice and all that kind of stuff, we're told that these are healthy foods, but these are going to convert to sugar when they enter the body, okay? This is what you're not being told. Same with fruit. It impacts the body the same way, guys. And this is the information that we're getting at the moment. And this is where people just don't get this. Now, if we eat fibre, will it prevent glucose going into the blood? Guys, yes, of course it will. But my question to you guys is this. where is the glucose coming from? Okay, and this is where as I said, this is where the information that we're getting is wrong. That glucose is coming from sugar, all sugar. Again, the carbohydrates, the clean carbohydrates that you guys are thinking that they're healthy. This is causing the fucking problems. So would it not be just better just to eliminate this problem? That way your body doesn't require any fiber. Does it make sense now? Now let's have a little chat about fiber, because these experts are constantly telling me on a regular basis that we need fiber. Now I need you guys to bear this in mind also, okay? Fiber is a non-essential food, okay? It's indigestible and it has fuck all nutritional value in it, okay? And yet we're told on a daily basis that we're fiber deficient. Let's just take that in for a second. There's this huge misconception that if we eat a diet that's rich in animal-based foods, like animal meats, these foods are going to cause havoc on our stomachs. They're going to be hard to digest. Guys, this is complete and utter rubbish. This is just complete and utter horseshit. It's going to be the opposite. These foods are actually going to help you guys digest your food a lot quicker. The problem is down to the amount of fiber that we're eating. Yes, the vegetables. I know this sounds crazy. Believe me, I was at this stage once in my life. I was convinced, absolutely convinced, I have to eat vegetables on a daily basis. But when I was walking around with gut issues and I was bloating and I was farting on a regular basis and I just didn't feel good, my energy was shit. I've mentioned this many times. I went back to these people and said, listen, my stomach is not the best. I don't feel great. And they had no idea what was going on. These were actually recommending that I should eat actually more bleeding fiber. And as I said, when I went back to these and saying, I'm listening to you guys, I'm eating all the fiber, but I'm still struggling here. They didn't know the answers. They couldn't come up with the answers. Most of them were saying to me, okay, go on a probiotic, go take a digestive enzyme. But this shit was costing me money. And I didn't have the money to afford these things all the time. So I said to myself, okay, listen, I can't afford this. There must be something else out there that I can do that will actually help this problem. And when I looked more into it, and I said to myself, you know what, I'm actually going to go against the advice. I'm actually just going to eliminate these altogether. I'm going to go against the government nutritional guidelines, and I'm just going to take all the vegetables, all the grains, and I'm not going to eat any more fiber anymore. I'm actually going to go against this, and I'm going to go on an animal-based diet. Guys, trust me, within a week, my digestive system was perfect. I'm going to the toilet regularly. I'm not walking around bloated anymore. My energy's perfect. And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys, that what we've been told about fiber is wrong. You guys will never understand what I'm talking about until you actually try this. Eliminate the fiber. If you guys are walking around bloated, and yeah, as I said, you have this funny feeling in your stomach and you just don't understand why, trust me when I say this, it's not in your head, because this is what I was told. I was told it's just all in your head. You need to get over it. Just keep adding the vegetables. Eliminate the vegetables. Add in more animal-based foods, add in more fat, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. We also need to understand this. When you guys do start this, you're going to notice a few things. So at the very beginning, you're going to notice that you're going to the toilet quite regularly, on a regular basis, because you're removing all the waste, all the shit, all the damage that you guys have done over the years. Okay, so you're going to be removing a lot of junk. This is completely normal. As you guys get deeper into this, you're going to notice that I don't need to go to the toilet regularly. So you're probably going to go to the toilet probably every 2 or 3 days. Guys, this is completely normal, because I get this regularly off people. You're saying to me, Jesus Mark, I'm doing carnivore now a while and I'm not going to the toilet every 2 or 3 days. It's completely normal, because your body's absorbing this food. Whereas when we were eating fiber in the past, you're removing waste on a day-to-day basis. And most of that food is the food that you're eating. So you're removing all this waste. You're not going to do this, guys, through an animal-based diet. Your body's actually going to absorb all this food. So trust me when I say this. When we hear this constant nonsense about fiber, you guys need to question this. Okay? You need to question why you need to eat fiber in the first place. If the diet is shit, then yes, we may need to eat fiber to get things moving. But guys, like I said, that's down to the diet. If the diet's shit, then you need it. But if you guys are focusing on, like I said, a clean diet, and I believe the cleanest diet you will ever eat in your life is an animal-based diet, then trust me when I say this, the body requires zero amount of fiber. Write that down.